If you've ever considered relocating to Minnesota or making a move within the state, I'm sure St. Louis Park is a city that you have heard about and considered making a move to. Today, I want to break down what it's actually like to live there, so let's get into it. We're going to be breaking down a few things today about St. Louis Park. We're gonna talk about the home prices, the kind of real estate trends in the area, the favorite spots for coffee, the favorite spots for restaurants, and all the above, right? But first off, I wanna talk about actually where St. Louis Park is located. It's located about 15 minutes west of downtown Minneapolis, so it's super easy to commute if getting to downtown Minneapolis is important to you. Just right off 394, you head east into Minneapolis. If getting to the airport is important to you, then 22 minutes, it's northwest of the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. Again, a very, very doable commute. The population is around 50,000 people. So yes, it's a pretty big suburb, but it's not the largest, not something crazy, but it is a decent sized suburb in the metro. According to niche.com, it got an overall grade of an A+, which is awesome to see. It actually ranked as number 12 for the best suburbs in the Minneapolis metro to live. Again, really, really good sign that this is an awesome suburb to live in. When we think about what St. Louis Park actually has to do there is tons of options, all right? There's a lot of popular restaurants and coffee shops, breweries, fitness studios, bakeries, walking and bike trails, all right? Whatever you can think of, it is there, all right? Some of my personal favorite spots in the St. Louis Park area are actually in West End. West End is just kind of a small little spot within St. Louis Park, northwest of the actual kind of downtown St. Louis Park, but that has Punch Bowl Social, which is awesome. It has food and drinks and beanbags and Jenga and bowling, all sorts of stuff. Rowe, which is a Mexican restaurant, and then Yard House is also a very popular restaurant in that West End. There's also shopping along there, so it's a super cool area. Another awesome part about St. Louis Park is gonna be its closeness to the lakes, which are all gonna be kind of east of St. Louis Park. This is gonna include Lake of the Isles, Lake Harriet, and Lake Bede-Makaska, formerly called Lake Calhoun. All right, these lakes are awesome. They have miles of walking paths all around the lakes. There's 3 lakes in basically a straight line. I was down there a lot, running on them, walking on them. I still meet up with friends and clients to check it out. It's an awesome spot, all right? I've actually had clients buy in St. Louis Park just because of its access to the trails and all of the things to do in the area. If you're a young professional, a young family, this is definitely a spot that you're gonna wanna check out. I mean, as far as the western suburbs go, St. Louis Park has always been a top contender for a spot with things to do, places to meet up with friends and family, and just a really, really strong real estate market at all times. Hey, quick break here. If I can help you guys in any way, shape, or form, again, whether you're making a move within the state of Minnesota or making a move out of state, whether it's a year from now or this year, reach out to me. I am a full-time realtor. I live and breathe the Minneapolis suburbs, and I would love to get connected with you to learn more about your real estate goals and what you want to do, all right? My contact information will be down below. Text me, call me, email me anytime you want. Leave me a voicemail. Even if you have a question right now that's burning in your head, drop me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can, all right? But let's get back into what it's like to live in St. Louis Park. If living in a city that is very walkable is important to you, then St. Louis Park also checks that box, all right? You can walk to grocery stores, coffee shops, and all sorts of shopping directly from your house depending on where you are in St. Louis Park. Excelsior Boulevard is a perfect example of this, all right? There are tons of shops right on the road, and if you live in a home close to that, there may be a few block walk, but you can get right there. You have access to coffee shops and restaurants and grocery shopping and even fitness studios. So Excelsior Boulevard, check that out because just off there's lots of homes. One of my buddies actually used to live there and it was super cool because we could go to his house, we could walk to Lake, I think it was Lake Harriet, and then we actually walked to Excelsior Boulevard as well. So love that spot if being in a walkable suburb is important to you as well. Let's now talk about the real estate in St. Louis Park, all right? The average home price in St. Louis Park right now, according to niche.com, is around $358,000. In my opinion, what I'm seeing as someone who's boots on the ground, that's a little on the low side, all right? Homes right now that I'm seeing that are prepped well in St. Louis Park are selling more in that $400,000 range and above, all right? Some of them are even going to the 450s and 500s, depending on how big they are and where they're located. The average year built of a home in St. Louis Park is gonna be 1967. Again, this is close to Minneapolis, which is an old city, so 1967 is what you're gonna see. Majority of the home styles you'll see also are gonna be that 1 story or a lot of 1.5 stories where you walk upstairs and you have the kind of the triangle upstairs bedroom. The most common type of home that I do see is that 1.5 story. So if that's like an absolute no-go, maybe St. Louis Park's not a good spot for you, but I see a lot of cute 1.5 stories that me personally, I'd be like, oh, this is an awesome little upstairs bedroom, all right? A lot of the homes in St. Louis Park also do look the same and are very close to one another, all right? So if you want privacy and like kind of a larger lot, you're not gonna find that very easily in St. Louis Park. You're gonna have to look in other suburbs. The other thing about St. Louis Park is that not a lot of the homes have attached garages, all right? They have a 1 stall or 2 stall in the backyard where you can access it actually through an alleyway, but a lot of them are not, that 2 stall or big 3 stall attached garage right next to the home, just because of the space of the suburb, how many homes are trying to pack in to the area. Also, some yards are fenced in, some are not, but you generally don't see large yards in St. Louis Park. So again, if a large private yard is important to you, St. Louis Park's gonna be hard to find that. You're also gonna deal with constant competition if you're trying to buy a home in the St. Louis Park, as the suburbs does always bring strong demand for buyers trying to move into this area. So if like trying to avoid competition is something you want to avoid, then St. Louis Park's not going to be, a spot that you want to check out. Most of my clients who have moved and bought in St. Louis Park have wanted to be there because it's kind of the place to be. And there's just so many things to do there. Plus, with the easy access to downtown Minneapolis, with all of what downtown Minneapolis has to offer and other popular areas like the lakes, it really does make a St. Louis Park always a top choice for many people. The last thing that I quickly want to talk about is the schools, all right? A lot of different schools, both public and private, within St. Louis Park, all right? According to niche.com, there's a lot of schools that are ranked as A+, which is cool and good to see. The other thing is that the Great Schools Org has given St. Louis Park Senior High a 6 out of 10 rating, all right? So I would encourage you, if St. Louis Park sounds like an awesome spot and a place that you wanna be with all the things to do, good, strong real estate market there, go do your due diligence about school districts. If you are a young family or wanting to have kids and wanting to have them in, certain school districts and a good school district, go do your due diligence, check out those different elementary schools. That's gonna make your home search a lot easier if you're like, we really wanna be in this elementary school district or this middle school or this high school. There are those, kind of areas where if you live in a certain home, your child would go to that specific school when they reach that age. Anyways, that is it for what it's like to live in St. Louis Park. I hope that you found this helpful. The last thing that I ask is that please like and subscribe to the channel. That tells YouTube that I am doing a good job and that they will push this video out to more people. My entire goal here is just to be able to educate people on the Minneapolis suburbs, where to live, where not to live, what's going on, what's, all the good things about it, right? Lastly, again, always, I am a full-time realtor. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I would love to get connected with you and help any way that I can, all right? Till next time, guys, have a great day.